Solve each system by graphing. These are so easy when you know how to do them. Note that it's especially quick when both equations are in the form y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay, let's think one more time about the y-intercept. If y equals mx plus b and x equals 0, 0 times anything is 0, so y has to equal b. Here we are. Y equals negative 3x plus 4. My y-intercept is 4. My slope is negative 3. That means down 3 over 1. I could do one more point if I really wanted. Down 3 over 1. And there is graph 1. Y equals 3x minus 2. My y-intercept is negative 2. My slope is plus 3. 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. Look how quickly I found my solution to this set of equations. Remember, when we're looking at systems, we're asking the question, do these two lines intersect? And yes, they do at 1, 1. That was fun. Let's do it again. Y equals negative 3. Well, if y equals negative 3, x can be anything. X can be 0. X can be 3. X can be negative 3. We just don't care. Y equals negative 3. The slope is 0. So, in slope-intercept form, y equals negative 3 is y equals 0x minus 3. Just to make sure we understand that. Here, y equals x plus 2. Here, my slope is 1. My y-intercept is plus 2. So, if my slope is 1, I can go down 2 and over 2, down 2 and over 2. So if x equals negative 5, negative 5 plus 2 equals negative 3. Here is my point of intersection, negative 5, negative 3. Please note that if I'm asked to graph a system, even if the lines do not intersect in my little grid, I can still solve the problem. All I have to do is solve by elimination or solve by substitution. Okay, these problems are a little more interesting because they are not in slope-intercept form. So first I need to get them into slope-intercept form. What is slope-intercept? It is positive y equals mx plus b. Here I have negative y. Here again I have negative y. So what am I going to do with this? I myself personally am going to add y to both sides. That is going to give me x equals y plus 3. Then I'm going to subtract 3 from each side. So that's going to give me y equals x minus 3. Remember, I don't have to write it the same way all the time. I can reverse which term goes on which side of the equal sign. If this is confusing, just rewrite it. Here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add y to both sides. That will give me 7x equals y minus 3. Then I'm going to add 3 to both sides. 7x plus 3 equals y, or y equals 7x plus 3. When I graph this one, my y-intercept is 3, my slope is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's my other point. I know that a positive slope is going to have a line going this way, and a negative slope is going to have a line going that way. So I'm very confident, if I have a slope of 7, that that is what my line is going to do. So I just fill in this line. I have graphed that. Y equals x minus 3. My slope is 1. My y-intercept is negative 3. Up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. I have 2 points here. Negative 1, negative 4. Negative 1, negative 4. How can I check that? 7 times negative 1 is negative 7. Minus negative 4 is plus 4, so that would give me minus 7 plus 4 is negative 3. That's true. Finally, we have, is minus 1 minus negative 4 equal to 3? Well, sure. Negative 1 plus 4 is equal to 3. So I'm sure that I'm right, and I can prove it. Okay. When you have equations like this, they're very easy to graph. It's not the only way to solve this system, but they asked us to practice graphing, so we can do that. Alright, here I am going to subtract 4x from each side. That will give me y equals negative 4x plus 2. And here I will add y to each side. That gives me x equals y plus 3. I subtract 3 from each side because I have to have y alone. And that's going to give me x minus 3 is equal to y. I'll graph this one first. Y equals x minus 3. My slope is 1. My y-intercept is negative 3. My slope is 1. There's my second point. I line it up carefully. No sloppy mathematicians here. Y equals negative 4x plus 2. My y-intercept is 2. My slope is negative 4. Down 4 over 1. These really did graph quite beautifully. Graphing is the easiest way to solve a system if the lines are pretty and easy to graph. The problem is, it's hard to know by looking which ones are going to be easy and which ones are going to be a nightmare. So my intersection is here, 1, negative 2.